Hi everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is September 14th, and we have a full moon today. We actually had it yesterday in some parts of the country, in the world, and today here on the eastern seaboard of the United States. It's a powerful full moon. The moon is in Pisces. The sun is in Virgo. The sun is conjunct Mars. A lot of energy there. Neptune is conjunct the moon. A lot of otherworldly energy there. And all of it squared by Jupiter. Powerfully placed in Sagittarius. There is a crisis at this time. It's a spiritual crisis and an expansion of consciousness. And so I want to do pull a couple of cards on this full moon and see what we have to learn from the experience of this full moon. What is it that we need to stay open to? Okay. So let's see what the cards have to say about this full moon. I really feel, and this full moon is actually conjunct my moon. I have my moon at 21 degrees of Pisces. So I'm feeling this one, folks. I'm feeling this one. All right, let's see what the cards say. Okay. Okay, we have the Strength card. So I think this is a message to stay strong. The Strength card is about finding your voice. It's located in the Tree of Life between the Sephiroth Gevurah and Isa Hesed. And that lines up with the throat chakra in the chakra system. It's an 8, so it's about as you sow, so shall you reap. So I feel as though if you've done the work, you will be getting the benefits of that. There's a sense of things coming round, things coming to fruition. This card also speaks of our ability to raise our lower nature, symbolized by the lion, under the control of our higher nature, symbolized by the woman with the infinity above her head. And as fierce as this beast is, she's able to open his mouth and sort of control the beast. Let's see what's crossing that. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So the challenges are around holding on to our values. This could be holding on a little bit too tight to money. That it could be that. It could be a challenge here. Perhaps the challenge is looking at our resources in a different way. See what's at the bottom. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is always the sixes are found in Tiphereth in the Tree of Life. Tiphereth means beauty, and it's always connected to children. And of course, we see children in this card. And I feel as though there is a need to really look at the way that we treat children, the way that we're treating children now, treating the weak and and those who can't fend for themselves, and how we treat them, and what is it? Because the big picture is always some reflection of what's within us, and so Where do you not treasure your vulnerability, your sensitivity? Where is, why do we feel the need to bully that, right? Okay, let's see what's in the past. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a powerful, wise woman who sits on her throne above the clouds. There's storm clouds below her. She holds the sword of justice in her hand. Around her wrists is a broken or a severed tether that she herself has freed herself. And these clouds symbolize troubles, but she has the ability to see above the troubles because of her experience with the troubles. And so there is this sense of everything that we have gone through, all the pain and suffering. The queens are always found in Vaina, in the Tree of Life, and Vaina is the place of suffering. It's about moving through the darkness to find the inner light. And so we have been moving through the darkness to find the inner light. And of course, it's connected to the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is rising. It is coming up. And people are feeling it within them and feeling that part of themselves coming up. That's the sensitive part of ourselves, the feminine, the yin, the receptive. That is a strength. It is not a weakness. Let's see what's in the sky. Where it's interesting, we have pentacles in the sky, and we had pentacles as a crossing card. And so I feel as though this is this can be somebody who's holding on to the physical world too tightly, holding on to their resources too tightly. They're in a place of, here's a guy he's on a throne. He's pretty powerful. He even has a crown on his head, but on his head he has the pentacle. And so it's his attachment to the physical, to wealth that blocks him. Okay, that blocks him from spirit. I mean, he's on a throne. He's got this beautiful cityscape behind him, and he's all hunched over. He sort of does have he doesn't have a sad look on his face, sort of a determined look, but it's like his heart and his heart, which is how your sensitivity and your ability to connect with spirit is closed off by this unnatural attachment to riches. Let's see what's in the immediate future. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, and this is really about happiness. I know that a lot of the readers see this as the Republican card, the 2-point whatever children, and and all of that, the American dream, perhaps. But that's just that, and that does come up even when I do cards sometimes. But this is also about happiness. This is also about the promise of love and the promise that we can sort of find that and find that joy. And what's interesting is that this card is in Malkuth. Okay, it's a 10. All the 10s are in Malkuth. Malkuth means kingdom, but it's associated with Pisces, and actually the last decan of Pisces. And the full moon is in the last decan of Pisces. So this is a very Piscean-like expression. How it's seen from outside of where, I don't know, because we're all here. We all have the same moon. We have the victory card. And so it is seen as a victory. Okay. A domestic situation. Okay, we have the moon. Right, this is full moon reading. That makes sense. Domestically, there is ups and downs. There can be some lunacy. That's the moon. The moon and the moon. This card is associated with the sign of Pisces. Okay. On the Tree of Life, this is the path between Netzach and Malkuth. we can see some big weather from this. Okay? That's what that can mean as well. So be prepared, especially if you're in those areas that get hit by big weather. Make sure you have everything that you need, because this energy can also. One of the things that Neptune and Pisces is water, right? It's the ocean, and it's also big storms. So we have to be aware of that as well. So the energy can create a lot of um, what's the word I'm looking for? Weather events, but there's atmospheric. Thank you. Atmospheric things. Okay. Hopes and fears. The Hierophant card is about traditional structures, the way things were traditionally or are traditionally done. It's a hierarchical structure, power, government. This sometimes is the Constitution in readings. Well, we're not really talking about that in this reading. As a hope and fear, some people are hoping for the dissolution of those structures that they feel have oppressed and suppressed them. And there are others that are hoping that it holds strong, because we need some kind of structure. So we'll have both. And with the Pisces energy and the Virgo energy, we have both anyway. You know? All right. Let's see the outcome. We have the Page of Pentacles. So this is associated with Virgo. The Sun's in Virgo. Mars is in Virgo. This is really about starting really at ground zero and looking at resources and money and our values in a different way, with new eyes, with the eyes of the young. The young have something to teach us. They have a very different relationship with money, I think. Okay. Let's see if we can pick a major arcana. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. Let's see what's underneath the reading. We have the King of Swords. So the King is about dominion. The King is practicing or having good judgment. I almost feel as though I'm trying to sort of figure out what it is about the King of Swords that would relate to this reading. The King of Swords, I think it has to do with really thinking about the steps that you're going to be taking. Really thinking about the consequences of your actions. It doesn't preclude the fact to take actions. In fact, it says we need to act. But those actions need to be well thought out. To a certain extent, they need to be legal. And we need to be courageous. It's like, make your decision, take your actions, and back them up. Be courageous. This is not a time to be wishy-washy. This is a time to be willing to take that chance and move forward. Um, it's it seems to me that this reading, the biggest challenge in this reading is a sense of lack of funds. If I do this, or if I go in this direction, or if things change the way they're changing, I'm not going to be financially secure. It's about looking at that from a different perspective and having the courage to, despite that, move forward, make the best decisions that you can, and be courageous, and believe what you're feeling, believe what you see, believe what you're feeling from inside of you. And even if it seems magical or in some cases outrageous, I think, you have to be willing to sort of walk the walk with this, right? Walk the talk, walk the walk. Okay, well, that's what it says. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.